Rogers Place actually seems okay. Roenick is suing NBC, and the Vezina nominees are out. So obviously a huge storm came through, which I reported on yesterday. You can link to that video if you want yesterday's news. But this is today, the 17th of July 2020. This is all the NHL news for today. So yeah, the flood and storms in Edmonton were pretty crazy, but it looks like the damage is quite minimal. I'll cut to a video so you can see the foyer. Yeah, there's a couple of comments in the other video that I didn't show it, which I didn't think I had to. This is like an NHL news thing. I don't know. I can't make everyone happy, but that's fine. If you did watch that video and subscribe, I really do appreciate it. And you can subscribe if you're watching this one and you haven't. That's how it works. Patrick Kane was quoted to say, like, you have to take a step back and laugh a little. And then he also said, like, it's almost like they don't want this to happen. But yeah, it looks like it's okay. But obviously, we'll find out a little bit more in the next few days. But they're pretty optimistic that, you know, everything should be up and running in a couple of weeks for when this all kicks off. So it looks like there'll be no delay on this side. Oh, so that's good. That's one less thing, right? One less thing. But yeah, the storm seemed pretty epic. They came across Edmonton. Roenick, Vasilevsky, and Hellebuyck are your Vezina nominees for the awards. So that's kind of cool. And yeah, like I think I've had an opinion on all of the awards thus far on who should get it, but I couldn't tell you who deserves it more. Probably. No, I really can't. I really can't pick this year. Like either of them, I'll be very happy with anything the way it goes. They all had stellar seasons. I think Hellebuyck probably has the worst team in front of him, so I don't know if that helps him at all. But yeah, they all had stellar seasons. I have no qualms if any of them win it. I know that's a bit crappy. There's no analysis there. It's just the way it is. Sometimes it's a dead heat for these three. So yeah, I think. Either of them I'm happy with. I mean, I've seen a few arguments that it shouldn't go to Russ because he's a good team in front of him and they made it to the Stanley Cup final, but they actually improved on what they did last year. So if that's kind of what the bar is, then you can look at what they did last year and they're looking very, very good. Like, yeah, they pretty much won the President's Trophy this year. So, well, they did, but obviously small asterisks in front of that one, just because everything stopped. I don't think there's an asterisk in front of the Stanley Cup, but the President's Trophy, I think we can safely put an asterisk in front of. But it looks like they're going to win it anyway. So yeah. Jeremy Roenick, who you may know, was let go from NBC due to crude comments that he made about pretty much implying on Spitting Chicklets that there was a threesome involved. Like, you know, he wanted a threesome with his co-host and, you know, sort of objectified body parts and a few things of that. And, you know, so he was suspended and eventually let go. And now he's suing them for anti-straight discrimination, I believe was the words that we used, which, like, oh boy, is that just not a way to get popular? Like, I mean, I guess there's a community that would think that, yeah, that's great, you know, all the power to you. But, man, like, you could have, I get it, like, if you feel like you're wrongfully terminated, there's definitely ways to go around it instead of publicly saying that you were discriminated against for being a white straight male. Like, it's just so full on. I kind of get the firing, like I kind of get it. I think there was a few little things that people were sort of hearing behind the scenes before those comments made, and if you, like, you know, maybe they approached the co-worker and went, hey, are you okay with this? And she said, no, like, this is really bad. So, you know, if it makes someone uncomfortable in the workplace, I'd be let go if I said about that to anyone in my workplace. To someone else, like, yeah, if you start objectifying female co-workers, I think your time's just about done. Yeah, he's sort of saying that he was set on a double standard than what two figure skaters were set on. I'll probably look into that a bit more. Some things they said in a few spoof videos about the 2018 Olympics. I mean, I see a lot of stuff that they do on for comedy shows, so I don't know if, like, you know, that's getting mixed up there, because that's a bit more understandable. If it's at the Olympics, which I saw some of them were, yeah, maybe that's a little bit unacceptable what they said, but that has nothing to do with this. Like, you done fucked up, son. You really made a big mistake. I don't think you really added a lot to the NBC thing anyway. you're probably overpaid. I mean, I just remember you in the Stadium Series being out with a crowd, being kind of creepy and just being around people that no one really wanted you around there, so that's fine. You're a good hockey player, I'm not going to take that away from you, but yeah, I just don't get why people double down on this stuff. Yeah, it just makes him unhireable down the road. Like, no one's going to hire him after this now. Like, yeah, he may have had a redemption down the way and gone the redemption story, but he ain't getting the job anywhere, at least that I can think of in normal media. It's not like when this joint TV deal comes through, ESPN's going to be jumping all over that to get Jeremy Roenick through the door. At least you'd hope not, but yeah. Tampa Bay Lightning signed Sean Day for a year. Nothing too big here. Like, I mean, he's bounced around between the A and the ECHL, so nothing big. The only reason I mentioned him is that he was a stud, and I think it was NHL 15 or 14. If you drafted him, he did very, very well for you. So, yeah, that's the only reason I remember, is that he did end up turning out to be a complete superstar, and, well, video games don't always get that right. And Koivu is taking a little bit of time till the end of this playoffs and when the Wild are done to decide on his future, or whether he'll play again, or whether he'll retire, or what team he'll even sign for, which makes sense. Like, get to free agency. A lot of these players seem to get to free agency, talk down with their family, see what the offers are, and then go from there. Like, if the only offer is, oh, we'll give you $500,000 to play one season, then yeah, he'll probably retire. But I, you know, taking this approach, he might play on, just depending on what deals and contracts he can get. If it's to what he thinks that his dollar value is, I think he'll run around for another season. Anyway, guys, that is the whole video. If you did like it, hit the like button. Otherwise, hit subscribe. If you're in Edmonton, hopefully, like, your house is still standing, because that seemed to be pretty crazy. And yeah, thank you so much for watching the video. New podcast coming out tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. And yeah, have a great day. See you and bye.